Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Kannada the Munda. Well, a lot of you have been asking me about accommodation in Canada and um, how much does it cost to live in this country. This actually depends on which province you choose. So I would particularly talk about Ontario, and even in Ontario, I would actually talk about Toronto. So Toronto is expensive. It's not a cheap city to live in. I think it's one of the most expensive cities in the world in terms of what rents you have to pay here. Um, so coming to the point of how much does one pay here in this uh, in the city? Well, it depends where you are located in the city as well, right? Like, so for example, you are very close to the lake shore. Like, if you're very close to the lake, you pay like enormous, humongous amounts of rents. So a one bedroom might even cost you more than, let's say, $2,400 or something like that, right? The more further you, the further you move away from the heart of the city, the rents tend to become a little lesser. And it's also higher if you live close to the subway. So if you're living close to close to a subway station, you might be paying one of the highest rents in the city, right? So a one bedroom in a new luxurious condominium would be about something like 2200 or 2100 if you're living close to subway. Uh, and if you are looking for a two bedroom, again at 2400. But if you're looking at apartments, now here in this country there's a difference between a condominium and an apartment. So if you're living in an apartment seems to be buildings which were constructed some time back, and because they are a little old, people have started to call them apartments. I think that's what my understanding is about apartments. But it's a little cheaper because the facilities are not as much as they are in condos. So you have a gym, you have a jacuzzi, you have a steam room and a yoga room and a meditation room, a barbecue, everything in a condominium. So in a condominium, you have everything, and that's why you pay higher. So if you go to an apartment, you can get a one bedroom closer to the subway at about $1,800 or $1,850, right? And if you move further away, then you have to pay about something like 1,500. Uh, that's what apartments cost. Then you have townhouses and other residential houses here, which cost about uh, depending on the area again. So if you're in Scarborough or if you are in Mississauga or in downtown Toronto, it varies, right? But even in that, the upper floor is always expensive. Upper floor, as in the ground floor, is always expensive. The basement is cheaper. So what people usually do is they have an entire house to themselves, but nobody lives in the basement. So what do you do with the basement? So you give it on rent. Some people do it legally. Some people also do it illegally, right? So a lot of people do that and they give it out on rent. So when they do that, they get some sort of an income from that as well. So a basement can go out anywhere, can go out for anywhere between $1,100 to maybe $1,600 or $1,700, again depending on the facilities that you have. So for new immigrants, it's cheaper to live in a basement, but trust me, in winters it becomes extremely dull because there's no sun. Look, this is winter, yes. There's snow here, yes. Oh, my hand is pretty cold. So there's snow, yes. But when there's no sun, it becomes a little gloomy. So it becomes like one of those Twilight movies that you don't like, and if you like it, please forgive me. But it becomes something like that, and you don't want to live in a place which is a little dark and it's a little gloomy. So all you do is try and hunt for a place which is cheaper, yet it's on the upper floor or on the ground floor, or you hunt for an apartment or anything like that. But situations vary. People tend to live in basements as well. I've lived in basement too, and I know how it feels like. It's not the best feeling, but if you are trying to save on money, it's a good thing to do. So that's about the accommodation here. If you come here and you find anything lesser than what I said, amazing, right? Amazing. You let me know. I'll when once you move out, I'll move in there. But this is what I have seen. Like, this is what my experience is like with the rents here, and hope this video is a little helpful to you. If you like my video, don't forget to share, comment and subscribe. Bye bye for now.